kind of unbelievable to realize that this guy, Hermann Francis Brandt, working at the University of Iowa, was developing eye tracking technology in the 1920s and 30s as part of his experimental psychological practice. And there's an even earlier history of eye tracking, but these systems, which are totally analog and fascinating, they actually operate by shining a little bright light at the side of the eye and then recording on a movie camera on the side, left and right, the reflection of the light off of the side of the eye. And then you can reconstruct the track of foveation. You can actually see how this woman's eyes operated on that sheet, that test sheet. You can reconstruct the track of her eye across the image. And then you can actually sum the amount of time that that vector was on any quadrant and create, in effect, a heat map of human ocularity on this test sheet. Well, let me just point something out that's kind of amazing. Who was funding this research? Look magazine was funding this research. Like, this is like a beta build of the attention economy. Look magazine was like, the primary rival to Life magazine at the time. And what they wanted to be able to do was tell advertisers, if you buy a top left corner, quarter page ad, we can guarantee that you'll get 50% more eyeball on that than if you buy a lower left-hand corner, quarter page ad. And this was a direct eyeball time to money calculus by these advertisers. And I'll just quickly show you because it's so good. This is actually, yes, an ad that ran in the Des Moines newspaper. This is that lady it is a lady, modeling the Brandt eye camera. And then what they've done here is to do an ad for men's haberdashery. They have had 100 ladies eye fornicate this gentleman. And then they have summed the amount of time that their lascivious gaze fell on his chapeau up here, and then his cravat, and this lovely pocket square, so that you can know that you want to allocate your fashion budget to where you're going to get maximum eye time from the ladies. So this is an indication of the already unholy alliance that emerged between experimental psychology at a quite sophisticated level and the emerging world of Madison Avenue. These characters could not yet dream of where we would end up with the kind of algorithmic feeds on our devices that drive the Human Fracking Project, but I want you to feel the way that the quantification and indexing of human attention was a feeder to the kind of stuff we see now.